We have a question in the chat. We'll get to those in the order they're received. Carlos Guillen will be translating for Issac. Go first to Cody Stavenhagen from The Athletic.
Issac, how did it feel to hit your first home run? How cool is it that it was a grand slam, and were you able to get that ball back?
¿Cómo te sentiste en tu primer home run en Grandes Ligas y el hecho de que ya has sido Grand Slam? Y te pregunto también si te dieron la pelota de regreso.
Fue algo emocionante para mí, lo viví al máximo, como se dice, ya que es mi primer jonrón en Grandes Ligas y lo importante fue hacer ganar al equipo y la pelota pues todavía no la recupero.
You know, it was very exciting. I felt it the most. You know, it's my first home run in Major League Baseball, but the thing that was more important is that we won. And the ball, I haven't received it yet.
Sure. You've been up here a few days now. Are you starting to feel more comfortable? Or are you starting to feel more like you belong?
Apenas tienes unos pocos días, pero te sientes más cómodo, sientes que ya sí perteneces a todo esto.
Sí, me siento capaz de lo que está pasando, de lo que estoy haciendo. Claro, ¿no? Soy un rookie y sé que debo aprender más, ¿no? Debo aprender más, debo saber cómo es el béisbol aquí en Grandes Ligas y poco a poco creo que lo vamos a ir entendiendo.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I feel capable of knowing what's going on and also knowing what am I doing. I know that I'm a rookie, but I know that I still had a lot to learn. And learn how is the baseball down here in Major League Baseball, and you know, and one step at a time.
Sure. Did you know that ball was gone when you made contact, or when did you realize that you had hit it out?
¿Sabías que la bola se había ido apenas hiciste contacto? ¿Cuándo supiste que se había ido?
En el momento de hacer contacto, la verdad no, pero ya vi que esa bola iba subiendo un poquito y ya fui como corriendo más relajado porque sabía ya que esa bola se podría haber ido.
You know, it wasn't when I made the contact. It was not. But as soon as I saw it going up, I was running, you know, more relaxed because I know that there was a lot of chance for it to go.
Thank you.
Thanks, Cody. Our next question comes from Evan Petzold of the Detroit Free Press.
Hey, thanks for doing this. You know, looking back to that inning, you know, with Schoop's homer and then obviously Austin Romine, you know, driving in a run, how much does that help you as a rookie, just seeing that momentum, you know, get going, you know, early on before you get to the plate?
En ese mismo inning, viendo que Schoop pegó jonrón y después Romain trajo la otra carrera con el batazo. Eso, como novato, te permitió ver un poco más lo que hacían ellos y ver el lanzador contrario. ¿Cómo te llegó a beneficiar de alguna forma?
Sí, claro, no, ya había tenido un turno, ¿no? Ya le había reconocido los picheos. Ya que en el primer turno no tuve ningún swing, pero lo estudié y como tenía la caja llena, me sentía responsable de querer hacer eso y gracias a Dios salió el batazo oportuno, ¿no?
You know, I already had an at bat against him, and I could recognize all the pitches, even though I couldn't swing at any. So I studied the pitcher, and it was a situation of bases loaded, and I know I felt responsible of trying to do something, and unfortunately, it happened.
And what's been the hardest transition, you know, to the major leagues now that you've been here for about 5 days?
¿Cuál ha sido la transición más grande para estar en Grandes Ligas, ya que has estado aquí por 5 días?
La transición más grande ha sido como la verdad, y no sé explicarle como una transición.
¿Qué cosas has tenido que cambiar?
No hemos cambiado nada todavía, ya que tenemos que hacer ajustes, no, claro, porque Liga Menor es muy diferente a Grandes Ligas, pero como le digo, sé que debo cambiar un poquito más mi autoestima, porque todo se trata de actitud en esto.
You know, I haven't changed anything if we're talking about a transition, but you know, I had to make adjustments. I totally know that I have to make adjustments, but because you know, in the minor leagues, is something way different than down here in the majors. And I know one of the things I have to change is my self-esteem. Because, you know, everything down here in this level is about attitude.
For sure. And one more for me, just the fact that we were talking to Ron Gardenhire, and he says that, you know, he knows that you're going to be here, you know, for a long time. And the expectation is that you're going to be, you know, one of the guys, you know, that's kind of a cornerstone piece, you know, of this team moving forward. What does it mean to have his vote of confidence and to have him say that about you?
Hablaron con el manager antes y el manager dijo que él sentía total confianza en ti y sabía que tú eres y vas a ser uno de los cimientos de esta nueva etapa del equipo. ¿Qué se siente saber que cuentas con la confianza del manager en ese sentido?
Pues es una animación para mí, ¿no? Me provoca a seguir trabajando más duro, más fuerte para claro, ¿no? Buscar ser parte de un equipo ganador sobre todo. Y me siento contento con lo que el manager dice que confía en mí, la verdad.
You know, it motivates me very much. You know, it does to me, and it makes me want to work even harder. You know, try to become a part of a winning team down here. And I'm pretty happy with what the manager said about me.
Awesome, thank you.
Thanks, Evan. We'll go to Jason Beck from MLB.com.
Hey, Issac. You said you saw every pitch from Plutko, that first at bat. When he got you to 2 strikes there before the home run, did you think he was going to stick with the fastball, or were you kind of waiting to see if he might try to drop that curveball again?
En el primer turno, pues ya lo viste y lo estudiaste, como dijiste, pero cuando te puse en el segundo turno en 2 strikes, tú que ya lo habías visto, ¿sabías que te venía con la recta o imaginabas que en algún momento te podría venir con un picheo rompiente estando en 2 strikes?
Sí, claro, no, yo me enfoco mucho en no poncharme, mi 2 strike approach cambia mucho, no levanto el pie y estamos esperando más un % más un picheo rompiente y le íbamos a reaccionar a la recta y fue lo que me tiró recta y le reaccionamos, que mi lado fuerte es batear para el left field y esa recta yo sabía que iba a reaccionar a ella.
You know, when I'm in that situation, try to focus on not striking out. When my 2 strikes approach, it changes. So I do not raise my left foot, and I was waiting for a breaking ball, and I knew that I had to react to a fastball if there are circumstances happen that he threw it to me, and that's why it happened. I knew that I was gonna react, and I know that hitting towards left field is one of my good sides. So fortunately, I had a reaction to that.
And you know, Michael Fulmer told us a little bit ago that the veterans had met with you guys after the Chicago loss and told you guys to keep playing hard, keep your heads up. How important was that to hear, especially from veterans? And what was the mood in the dugout like after, you know, they had gone up and taken that 5-0 lead?
Michael Fulmer comentó que en la serie en Chicago los veteranos hablaron con ustedes y les dijeron que no bajaran la cabeza, que se mantuvieran enfocados, hicieran el trabajo. ¿Cómo lo recibiste, que hayan sido los veteranos los que hablaron con ustedes? ¿Y cómo viste cómo estuvo la reacción aquí luego de que volteáramos la pizarra estando abajo 5 carreras?
Fue algo muy motivante que nos dieron los jugadores con experiencia, la verdad. Fueron palabras que te hacen sentir que tú puedes hacerlo, que nosotros los novatos tenemos el talento para competir con jugadores que ya tienen varios años aquí en Grandes Ligas. Y eso fue lo que nos ayudó mucho. No bajamos la cabeza, seguimos trabajando, a pesar de que después de esa plática perdimos ese juego en Chicago, pero igual llevamos las palabras que ellos nos dijeron a esta serie y llegamos con otra actitud aquí a Cleveland. Y nos sentimos competitivos hoy durante el juego, la verdad no bajamos la cabeza, volteamos el juego temprano, lo bueno, y lo mantuvimos ahí, ¿no?
You know, it motivates us pretty much, the fact that they talk to us. You know, those were words that make you feel that all the rookie, that we can do it, that we can compete with guys who had more experience than us down here in Major League Baseball, and that helped us. You know, that we put our head down. We didn't put our head down after that, and regardless, we lost in that game. those words, we brought it down here. So we came here to Cleveland with another attitude. We feel very competitive, and we put our head down, and we enjoy very much, taking down those runs against us.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thanks, Jason. That looks like the last question we have. So, Issac, thank you for your time this evening. Appreciate everybody joining us. We'll see you tomorrow. Go first to Chris McCoskey from the Detroit News. Chris, I think you're on mute.
Wasn't. Jonathan, I think your home run broke StatCast. Did you even see where it landed?
No, I didn't see where it landed. Like everybody told me, but I didn't see. I just put my head down and run, and was happy that I get one in front and can put us on the board.
Can you take us through how what the mood in the clubhouse was? You're down 5-0. You know the streaks are the 9-game losing streak, 20 to the Indians. Just where did that fire come from in the fourth inning? Did your home run, you think, spark that whole thing?
No, since we just show up to the park, we just say to ourselves, like, let's just go out there and compete and fight all the time. Even if we down, just believe in ourselves and put good at bats, and good thing will happen. The fire thing starts since we come into the park today, and we was trying to get a W, and we did.
Sorry, 11:49. Jeez.
Thanks, Chris. We'll go to Jason Beck from MLB.com.
Yeah, hey, Jonathan. Was there anything you guys saw from Plutko that first time through the order that helped you guys second time around when the lineup came back around?
No, we just trying to get good. Like I say, we just trying to get a good at bats and trying to get on base and trying to score run and trying to score more on the opponent. So I think he leaves some pitches right there for us, and we take advantage of him. We hit him good, and we score a lot of runs.
I think you were right around the same age when you made your debut as Paredes is now, coming into the majors. What's impressed you watching him so far for the last 4 or 5 days?
His confidence. He come up. You know that he belong here, and the way he go out there and handle himself. And come here sharp and work every day, and go out there and play the game that he loves to play. And the way he handle himself, and you see him that he's like 3 years ahead of him already. So he's really calm, and he know what he's doing.
And just you had the home run, but you also had a couple good opposite field hits. Is that the sign of a good approach from you, or just taking what you're being given, or how well are you seeing everything at the plate right now?
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta, like you said, just gotta take what they give you, and I just, like, right now I'm taking what they give me, and when they give me a mistake, I'm trying to hit in front hard. But I'm trying to go in there and see the ball and hit the ball hard, no matter where it go. Just trying to hit the ball hard and trying to help my team win.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jason. Is there any other questions for Jonathan? Please put those in the chat. All right, that's all the questions I have. Jonathan, thank you for your time this evening. First question from Chris McCoskey of the Detroit News.
Well, you guys looked like you took that pretty much in stride and snapping that streak finally. I guess it was just us making too much of it, huh?
Probably so. A lot of these guys haven't been around for those other 19 or whatever many losses, so they've only had to live with a few of them, so they don't understand it. But we've been there, and we know what's happened, and we're talking about a good baseball team where we had a lot of good ball games with them. We just never could get over the hump, and finally, hopefully that thing's off our back now.
The offense finally perked up for you. Obviously, the big hits, Paredes. How much? I mean, it's 5-0. When you guys have that rally.
Right, and you know what? It's you're not going to go and struggle like we have forever. We've got some guys that are talented and can hit, and Paredes comes in with a big one, the grand slam, but I think Schoopy got us going with that bomb that he hit. He hit that thing absolute mile, and it got everybody a little looser in the dugout, and we just kept kind of grinding out. We had a lot of good at bats, fouled off pitches, and ultimately we had a big inning, which we desperately needed, and we held on there at the end.
It was still a ball game, and you had to get through the middle innings. Can you talk about the job that Ronnie Garcia and Cisnero did for you there in those 2 innings, three innings? Sorry.
Yeah, he did such a good job. He didn't want to come out, so I had to walked out, bringing in Cisnero, and all of a sudden Ronnie did not understand that we told him you're done, and he went back out, wanted to face one more hitter, I guess. So, but it was just a little snafu. And Cisnero came in and did a super job after that. Ronnie did a really nice thing, got through an inning, and then, like I said, Cisnero had a big 2-inning performance for him, or innings and 2/3, whatever, and that was huge. And the bullpen basically came out, got in a little bit of a jam a couple times, but they shut her down for us, and it's a nice win.
Thank you, Ron.
Thanks, Chris. Our next question comes from Jason Beck from MLB.com.
Yeah, I know we've talked about Paredes' play judgment quite a bit over the last week, though, since he's been up, but for him to be ready for that pitch, just how impressive is it what he's done so far, and how much of a lift was that just to get that big inning and get in front when you did?
Well, it was huge, and this guy can hit. We said that from the get-go. He can swing it. He plays a lot of baseball down in his country, and plays with a lot of fellows that have some pretty good experience. So he doesn't have any fear here. We know that. We knew that in spring training, even last year. That he comes and he gets after it pretty good. So we like this guy. The organization has said this is one of our guys of the future, and you know what? He's here now, and it's we're gonna benefit from it because he can do some things. He's a tough kid.
What did you see from Fulmer tonight?
Well, his pitch count got up there. The first 2 innings were really good. I thought the ball came out of his hand good against a really good hitting team. And he made some pitches. It looked like he got a little tired. Pitch count got up there pretty quick. I think 60 pitches in 2 innings. And I think he had to work at it a little bit. I think that sliding play was a little bit rough on him. And he got frustrated with that. But, ultimately he did all right. He hung in there, and we got through those innings. And, that's about – we wanted to get one more, but not with that pitch count. It wasn't going to happen.
You had a lot of big innings out of that bullpen. How big was it for Soto to get through that 7th, both for you guys as well as for him? After a couple
yeah, he walked the first guy, I think, and got himself in a little jam. But he came back. I thought Romine did a really nice job of calming him down, and he was shaking out there early. And I think after that, he realized just throw the ball to the glove. Whatever he puts down, I'll throw it. And he threw some really good pitches, some sliders. He threw a couple changeups in there, pretty decent. But his fastball was 96, 97, and that was huge. For us, yes, but also huge for him to get through that because he's had a couple of times in a row where he struggled.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Jason. Our next question comes from Evan Petzold of the Detroit Free Press.
Hey, Ron, just with the the whole 20-game narrative, does this feel like just another win, or is there something more to it that you think maybe this has a little something special to it and maybe could get something started for you guys just based off of the narrative there?
Well, it's just basically getting that 20-game monkey off your back, and then 9. How many have we lost in a row this year? 9. We needed a win more than anything else. It's not even about all that other stuff. After the win, yeah, we talk about it, and it's great, but it's all about we just needed to play a good ball game and get a win for everybody to feel good about themselves, and hopefully we'll move on from there, and we'll come back out and try it again tomorrow, and hopefully win a series here. That's our goal now, is to win the series. And it's good we got all that other stuff out of the way, though, because those kind of hang over you.
And going back to Paredes, really quick, after his debut that he made, and he had the 2 RBI single, he said, I asked him if he was satisfied and if he, got what he wanted out of his debut, and he said no, because he didn't get a win. And I guess for a player like that, who's 21 years old, to say something like that, what does that say about him as a player and kind of where he's at, mentally with the game?
Well, he's been playing pro ball now, and I'm sure that in organizations we have people helping these kids how to do these interviews and get through them and say the right thing. And obviously he knows what he's doing. He's been playing some pro ball for a few years here, so that's another thing you have to learn to do and how to handle yourself. And good for him for saying that. That's really important that they're able to understand that and put it as a team thing and not just an individual thing.
Awesome. Thank you.
You got it.
Thanks, Evan. We'll go back to Jason Beck.
Yeah, hey, Gardy, did you have the wrong hat on at the start of the game? And now do you have to be superstitious and keep wearing the batting practice hat while you guys keep winning?
No, I went to the mound, went out on the field, and Jim saw it. And he came running down and put my new hat on because he saw it out there during the anthem or something. So I did have it on, yes. Once I put a hat on in the clubhouse, I normally just keep it on. And Jim took care of me, and then I took care of Joe Vavra, and he took care of somebody else because about 4 guys had it. So, but I'll be the one that gets busted for it. Go ahead. You got anything else on me?
Sorry about that, but
no, I'm just kidding, dude.
Now that you've won and ended the streaks, do you have to keep doing that?
No, that hat cost the streak, then I'd throw the hat away.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Jason. We'll go back to Evan Petzl to the Free Press.
Hey, real quick, just wanted to touch on Romine. He's had some really big at-bats, and he's been pretty big for you guys all year. This is a guy that, you know where he's been with the Yankees kind of as a career backup, and to come here and, prove that he's able to do this on a day-to-day basis. How nice is that for him, and how proud are you of what he's been able to do so far this year?
Well, he started in the first spring training, listening to him, handle pitchers coming out of the game, the way he talks to them and, gets confidence out of them and also explains to them situational stuff. He's like I said, he's been around, been a backup. He's had the chance to, see a lot of things, hear a lot of things, and sit in on those meetings of some pretty good catchers probably. And you know what, this guy's, he's a veteran guy and he knows what he's doing, and we needed that. And he's picking us up big time. I love the way he runs the game. I love the conversation he has when he gets to the dugout, whether it's good or bad. And that's something that even, Reiner can learn from in these conversations. He's pretty laid back, but gets a little fired up when he can't get a pitcher to do what he wants him to do. So we got a good one here.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Evan, we'll take one more for Gardy from Evan Woodbury of MLive. Evan, looks like your microphone is not working again. All right, that's the last question we have. Gardy, thanks for your time. We're joined by Jonathan Schoop in just a moment.